Welcome back in. Firefield Vision, powered by NovaCare. Kevin Egan alongside Mark Bircham once more. Mark, an impressive victory in the US Open Cup. Now New England awaits at the weekend. But what impressed you most about that 3-1 win?
Probably the team shape and the effort that they put in. As you said, probably not a full strength team because of injuries that we had back, but we started excellent. The first half started really well. We got a little setback. Again, they scored in their first attack. Not a great goal, but the way we come back in and the impact the subs made was excellent.
What impressed you most about the centre midfield? Because that's an area you played yourself.
Yeah, we've worked hard on it. What he's come in the last couple of games, I think, has been excellent in both games. Covered so much ground at pace. Him and Razvan won the ball back so much. You've got to, and you've got to keep an eye on a team like Orlando, who's got Kaka in there behind you, and you've also got a press. And with Sean Maloney coming back in there as the attacking midfield, he does so much work defensively. People know him for being an attacking player, but he does so well off the ball that we was really solid in there.
You mentioned the team actually worked very hard against Columbus. Razvan's goals allowed, and all of a sudden you're 2-1 up. It's a different game altogether. Yeah,
definitely. After the, how can I say, very disappointing decision to give a penalty after 12 seconds. Even their management team didn't even think it was a penalty. To go 1-0 down in Columbus, we should have got back into the game. A perfectly good goal, Razvan scored, and then, well, we played well. We was a better team up until the very poor decision of the sending off of Jason Johnson. And
you didn't like that decision?
It was an unbelievable performance by the officials, like really unbelievable. I'd leave it as unbelievable. When
I look at the Chicago Fire team that played New England on June 13th, the team that actually went out to the field compared to the team that's available now, how much encouragement does that give you, knowing that so many players are returning, whether it's from injury, suspension, or international duty? Yeah,
it's been really hard for the bare bones that we've had, really, and so many experienced and talented players to be injured that we've very rarely had the team that we've wanted out there, and it's slowly and surely getting back, and we've got an exciting team picked for the weekend, so hopefully, like the other night, we know we can score goals. We know we can, and if we get even more attacking players on the pitch, it's only going to be good for us.
All right, Mark, good luck. Best of luck.
Cheers, thank you.
So Mark Bircham fired up for this game against New England Revolution, a Rev side that's picked up only 3 points from a possible 18 in MLS. They've actually lost their last 6 away games, but both teams coming into this game off the back of impressive wins. The Revs last week against NYCFC and Chicago beating Orlando. And one of the most impressive aspects I felt of the game against Orlando in the US Open Cup was the combative way in midfield, the way that Matt Watson, Razvan Kočić and Sean Maloney dropping a little bit deeper covered so much ground and most importantly crowded out the space centrally, not allowing the likes of Kaka to do his work at his best. So let's take a look at a few of those clips right now. First up, we have a situation where it's a basic ball played into Ribeiro. Kaka in the area as well. And it's just a fight. It's the battle from Chicago. Matt Watson, Sean Maloney, Razvan Kočić all doing a good job to win the ball back. And now it's attack for the Fire. Here's another clip. Bowden, Matt Poulter dives in. So who's there to help out his rookie? Matt Watson covers so much ground, makes it all the way back to finally intercept. Poulter gets back to help out, but it's Watson that does a great job recognising that Matt Poulter, playing out of position at right back, is new to that position and he helps out his teammate brilliantly. Now this next clip I want to focus on Sean Maloney. Pause it right here. Sean Maloney now recognises that the pass is on to a central area just by the centre circle. Now keep an eye on Sean Maloney. He works so hard on both sides of the ball, exactly what Mark Bircham says. If you roll it on, you see Maloney recognises it, anticipates it, gets back, forces the turnover, and now Chicago Fire on the attack. The central areas well and truly dominated. And how about pressing? It's all about intelligent press. Here Maloney, Nyako and Johnson. If you pause it right here, Nyako gets up, Johnson gets up. They press the 2 men that are directly in front of them. Maloney goes straight after the ball. It's 3-on-3 in that situation. That is intelligent pressing from the Chicago Fire. It's not reckless. And if you roll it on, who's left with an option? Saren just puts it out of play. Chicago Fire with the ball back. Intelligent pressing, very impressive in the first half in particular. Now again, if you see that Chicago, as soon as they turn over the ball, it's Poulter. If you pause it here, Poulter's gone. He's in an attacking position, looking for the ball. Now, who's going to help out the rookie once more? We saw it was Matt Watson previous. If you roll it on, you'll see that it's Razvan Kočić this time. Steps into Ribeiro, goes with him every step of the way. Kočić wearing the captain's armband. And right in front of Section 8, a crunching tackle that the fans appreciate. The work rate in the central areas I thought was so impressive throughout this match. Like Mark Bircham said, I was so impressed with both Matt Watson and Razvan Kochic. Matt Polster did a good job at right back, but it was those central areas with Sean Maloney helping out as well that was very good. Looking back to Chicago's loss against New England, it was June 13th. Seems like a long time ago now. If you look at the starting lineup from that game, I think it illustrates how far this team has come in terms of returning players, whether it's injury, suspension, or international duty. We'll take a look at the team that started on that occasion. It's a completely different team to what we saw during the week. John Bush in goal. I think you'll see Sean Johnson back on Saturday. Gehrig into a central area, given that Laurentowicz is still out. But Polster may continue at right back. This is just speculation. You look at Lavelle Palmer at left back. I feel that Jovan Jones is the natural selection to come straight in there. Centre midfield, I would imagine that Watson will continue. And then you look at these forward positions. Harry Shipp. Greg Cochran was played on the left-hand side of midfield. You would expect that Patrick Nyako, maybe Harry Shipp on that side, or the returning David Akam will step in there, and then Igboananike and Guli de Prado. Sean Maloney returning from injury, and he was away with international duty at that time. The Chicago Fire lineup is starting to take shape. Frank Yallop, one of the only managers in Major League Soccer that has yet to be able to field a full-strength starting 11. The 11 that he would have pinpointed at the start of the year says, that's exactly my team. He's getting closer to being able to do so. It's New England Revolution that come to Toyota Park with Maloney, Jones, back in action for Chicago, David Akam as well. It should be an exciting game. It's on CSN Chicago, the pre-game show at 7 o'clock and the match kicking off at 7:30.